Wait. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Everything was just Everything is breaking, isn't it? Can you see the game at least? What the heck happened? Did the Windows Update really reset my settings? I think the Windows Update just came up and just resetted my settings right there. They just came up and decided just, you know what? Let's mess up everything. Why not? Goodness, just my luck, huh? Yeah, I got it working. I guess the latest Windows Update just resetted everything. I thought I fixed it. No. Game and game audio is fine. Fantastic. Okay. At least I know the stream's working. Let's move on. So last time we realized that, oh wait, it's not over yet. Because we found out that Luke Abney is guilty. But then it's like, oh, Ron DeLite was at the security office. So he's guilty of killing the one who's dead right now. The manager, the CEO of the security building, I believe. Yes. At KB Security, the CEO is dead. And now, Ron is guilty of that. Now let's move on. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. DeLite got arrested again. But yeah, what's up with all of you? Tell me what's going on. Well, supposedly Mr. DeLite was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. DeLite was there was Mr. Nick himself. Ron is killer now. Welp. Ron is killer now that he is. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Kyrian Village for a little while if that's alright. Aw, she's going back home. Sure, but why? I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special, quality time together full of love and happiness. Pearls is really shipping us up that she forgot there's a murder to solve. And Pixel, you didn't noob last night? Nah, you did oop. You did ruin somebody's perfect record. Now remember, no fighting, okay? Remember, Alex, Pearl said no fighting, okay? We can't fight. She said we can't fight. No fighting. She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. Murder. Time for murder. So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. They were just salty. There was a lot of salt involved. I don't have salt right here. All I got is garlic powder. Anybody want garlic powder? Okay, we gotta ask Mr. Light. And we wanna ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Yeah, speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. DeLite. Alright, let's make sure to go to the detention center too. Let's see, can I present my badge? So you've still got that badge, I see. Huh? Well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I? Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd keep on being one for this long. You have to admit, you had some close brushes with death because of your job. I fail to see how being a lawyer Wait, what? I fail to see how being a lawyer is more dangerous than channeling death. Be more dangerous? Okay. I fail to see the problem here. Let's go check with Mr. Light while we're here. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya. Mr. Light, all I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I could do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light has such a vulnerable side. Let's go find out. Pixel, don't be as more Don't be is more dangerous after all. Listen carefully, Alex. Don't be is more dangerous too. I'm gonna need some sugar in me. I don't know why I'm about to crash. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him snapping and screaming, "Please die." Don't be as more pickle. Please, no! He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying he's a thief. I already told you that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? Nani? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief? Ha, the very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. Nani? For you? Oh, something tells me that's gonna be a Cyclock right there, when we get there. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. Hello, CB, how are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing alright. I had a bit of an issue at the beginning of the thing because my computer updated and resetted everything. So I had to fix it. So when the stream started, nobody could hear me for about a minute. I'm glad there's people around, otherwise I would have streamed for like 3 hours, realizing nobody can hear me. People are so helpful to me. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. Whoop, I'ma head out. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmy's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Also, is the sleuth at the top supposed to be transparent? Yes. The thing is, I want the game to be all over. So instead of the slaw blocking the top, he's just there. You can see through him. He's a friendly ghost sleuth. A friendly sleuth ghost. A sloth. A sleuth. Ghost sleuth. There we go. It's a ghost sleuth. Pixel Dog, you drew a hammerhead today from Dragon Quest? Speaking of which, I played through the whole Dragon Quest game. I think it's very short, but I really enjoyed it. I finally beat the first Dragon Quest on my own, and it's pretty interesting. I can't wait to play 2 and 3 when I get the chance. Yes, obviously the real Master Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Atmy knew more about Master Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions. That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, the ace detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, the bag. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know anything about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks she still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Rondelay was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Another thing about a professional security guard. If he can do it, I can do it. Just imagine him seeing some tough guy coming in and be like, please stop! Stop right there! The whole time, it's like, he just yells a lot. How can he be a guard though? I'm curious how that worked. Very curious. Ron quit, he doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB security. Okay, let's head over there right now, Nick. But first, love at first sight. So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in a situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. With the beautiful hair too. You see, this guy's scared. Ah! Ah! Oh! Ah! Two robbers walked in, one of them was him. Oh, two robbers walked in, Delight was one of them. How could you tell he was one of the robbers? He said, please give me the money! He went up right to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed. I can see the robber's face is turning pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. He screamed at them like Guzzlord in the Sun and Moon anime. Ah! Oh my goodness, I think anybody would run away from that kind of scream. The Guzzlord scream. Then crying and swinging his arm like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. And lost, all by himself. He came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. What a dreamboat. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. You heard Phoenix right. He go gay for the man. Nick, I hope you do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. He killed the two robbers, that's why he is now a robber. He's like, I will avenge you two. I will steal everything for you now. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not so distant future. My overlay makes it look like she's wearing the sloth helmet. Hey, that's good. It's time to play the game. Who's wearing the sloth helmet right now? What's going on, Dallas? Haven't heard from you in a long while. Ever since the wedding. Dun 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 dun. Alright, let's go to security. Gotta get myself arrested now. What's with the big safe, though? So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick. Extra thick, just like you expect in the CEO's office. What has that got to do with anything? Oh, hey, it's you guys. So I guess right now, Detective Gumshoe is the sloth right now. I think it looks like the sloth is eating him. I don't know. I kind of like the overlay now. The overlay just works for just about anything. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Ho ho ho. Gumshoe's wearing a sloth onesie. What's up, Phoenix? How you doing? Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? I guess everybody is a sloth right now. If the gumshoe fits... well anyway, what the point is that I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs, and I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Subreddit are nice guys, where every guy is nice, just like me. I'm kidding. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. The Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. Cute. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KP Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Probably an object in his room. So, the Thinker, once again, makes an appearance. It happened at exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urn, huh? The safe. He was hit with a safe. They picked it up and threw it on his head and he died that way. Like a thwomp hitting you on the head. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Oh my goodness. Somebody was like, I'm gonna put your body in here for safekeeping, just in case I want to loot it later. What a weird way to loot a body. You loot the safe, put the body later, loot the body later. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. The safe, he was killed by the safe and then stuffed in it. So the safe came alive, killed him, and just said, you look delicious, closed up and ate him. Got it. The safe was alive this whole time. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Like the kids in FNAF? I don't know about the kids in FNAF, I don't know what that is. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out. I think we still need some more info about Mr. Bullard. Maybe you can start by getting the man's name right. Bullard. So, what happened to Master Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Oh, now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Amy was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective. That's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tears of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. I love how he has an old piece of paper. Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Is it Larry? It might be Larry. It might be Larry. I mean, anybody can tell from that picture, right? Oh, hold on. If I zoom in into that face, you can easily tell it's Larry. If we enhance the photo, we can easily see that it's Larry Butts. Holy heck, that's a big nose. Big nose indeed. Oh, that prosecutor, I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway, but... No way he's an amateur. He's a nice man in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular. Ugh. Oh no, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. But whatever is this dark secret, let's go search around. Think about it. That guy was laying in here all night. Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so? Well, if Mr. Bullet's body was hidden in here, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Yeah, I guess so. I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open the safe, pal. Yeah, and? Everyone that knows how to open the safe had airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief Ron the Light. Nani? Ron the Light? He was a security chief? Ron? So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. Ay, ay, ay. Wow, look at that huge framed photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against the dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? Either this guy didn't get out enough or he had really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe he had lived a little longer. He would have seen some better days. Oh yeah. Is that the sunrise right there? That big old blur? Ooh, there's a button here. Let's see. Whoa! Somebody sub! That should be my new sub alert! Every time somebody subs, I should have that sound play. Hey, cut it out, don't press that! That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel. Every time somebody just follows or subs or donates, it should just do that sound the whole time for like 1 minute. The whole time. I would love that. It will get annoying so quick, and I would just cancel my streams forever. Oh, it's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Ooh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bolo, the victim wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. The big old buzzerino. This must be the desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out just for a second. Ooh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you, whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it! Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. Ew! Ew, dead person germs. Ew. Just the way I like them. Ew, death. That was a funny scene right there. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ugh, what did you find out, Nick? This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file's all about Master Mask. It's filled with info on him. Nani, what kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed info about his methods in the crime scenes. And hey, Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see here. Tier of Eminon, 100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Master Mass stole. So then $100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know, that number sounds kinda low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. He just grabs a piece of paper, just quickly writes it down like, got it. It's like, okay, that's some bad handwriting if he's writing that quickly. Because he has a flip phone, unless he took a bad photo of it. Let's see, is there a list in? Can I check out the list? The Tier of Eminon's $100,000. The Crown of Bongora is $150,000. The Left Hand of Hades is $240,000. And the Portrait of Megina is $500,000. Sheesh. That's money I want. This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think the string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... The victim... He was killed by being crushed by the safe door? I could buy all the games with that money. I can buy all the Snapple with that money. I can buy all the blue cans I've ever won with that kind of money. Oh, blue can, you never fail me. She can't be serious, can she? I think Phoenix is saying that to you, Sabi. She can't be serious. Can she? All the games in the world. These look like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. Ugh, I can't get in between these two shelves. You're always serious. Same here. Don't strain yourself trying. It looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. Except when you're not. Yeah. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. It'd be a good night's reading if you got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. I mean, we all wish that, but we can't. Security room. Let's see. It's Larry's jacket. Larry left his jacket there and lunch. This place is a mess. Chocolate milk at work? I hope that's chocolate milk. Better be chocolate milk. This guy left this place a mess. Hold on, I gotta see if I can find myself here. Is Phoenix in any of these photos here? Wait, there's a bathroom? Oh, is that a bedroom or a bathroom? The one on the right. Is that a bed or a bath? Is there really a bathroom in this place? Like a shower, a bath, like a bathtub room. Wow. Whoa, this is really something else. For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. KB security guard. Oh, I just remembered. Larry might be... Hey, Nick! Yeah, because UFOs are important to security. They are. There will be a time when we need to be protected against UFOs. Hey, Nick, what's up? Oh, so he is here. Like in Paper Mario. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Dude, you're 25. She 19. Actually, that's not bad. Hi, Larry. Here I was working my fingers to the bone, and in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullet murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya, but Nick here's a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. Oh gosh, have you seen my badge? Hey Larry, there's something I want you to look at. Hey Nick, I told you I'm a pro, and you don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, alright? Oh, is that right? Let's see, speaking of Paper Mario, am I still doing Boca Mario? I am. I'm currently still editing an episode. I just been behind on editing it. I think, let's see, let me check my special book. I think right now... Yeah, the last one I did was episode 7. I think I've recorded enough for 8, 9, and 10 so far, so look forward to those when they come out. I think I will have one come out next week. I've just been focusing on finishing Yokai Watch and some new series here and there. I've just been recording a lot and editing a lot. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away info for free. You want to bribe? I thought pros were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLay was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yeah, sure, pro, I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron DeLay was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. Aaron, how is it going? Welcome to the stream. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's just you. Maybe I should do that right now. I'm gonna skip streaming and get some hot chicks, everybody. Gonna get some hot chicks. Hot chicks. Hot chicks. Hot chicks. Hot chicks! Hot chicks! Hot chicks! Hey everybody, I'm the hot chick. Just go to some McDonald's to get chicken nuggets. Yo, Stevie knows which hot chicks I'm going for. Those are definitely the kind of chicks I go. Chicken nuggets! Some chicken nuggets! Sprinkle a little on garlic powder and I'm good. It's on my desk. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The FBI. The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break, don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Oh, someone's got locks on their heart. Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? It looks like I'm gonna have to break his cycle locks after all. Gotta break some locks. After I found out more about this jacket. Hey Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do, got it, Greenhorn? So why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Hey Rodrigo, welcome to the stream, how's it going? By the way, I don't think it popped up before, but thank you for the resub. I don't see it here, but when I checked Twitch earlier, it said you did, so I want to thank you for that. Big ol' thanks from me to you. 26 months. You crazy man. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what will happen? Huh? It's true, it's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. So if it pulls that lever down, it's like, oh, the jacket's weight is pulling it down. Lower, lower. Self-destruct switch will be activated now. Goodbye. Something is written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. 1. Obey thy superior. 2. Respect thy superior. 3. Smile at thy superior. 4. Salute thy superior. 5. Buy donuts by thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. Oldbag is here? You gotta be kidding me. And it's taped up on screens here. Wait, what? Is that Dragon Quest or Zelda? You see the screens up there, right? It looks like an old RPG game. What? Who's playing Dragon Quest? She's one tough old bird, let me tell ya. The space ray gun. Nobody wants to get shot with that gun there. Crossing, you come face to face with a real, genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. Oh, so we're not gonna see her. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Oh, lucky him. That's my partner C. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. It still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. Then, okay, oops, I spilled Snapple over mine. It's more or less the same. Imagine I accidentally did that and actually poured all over my stuff. I'd cry. I would cry. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you gonna do in an emergency? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, will calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even Maya and pros can run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Imagine Pearly as a security guard. She'd be the most adorable security guard ever. And ruthless. And dangerous. She would actually use a gun. Pearl's definitely the type of person to use a gun and say sorry in the end. Those screens there show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's hilarious. Hey Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright? I mean, that'd be the first thing for many people. Can I watch TV on that? Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey, Larry, what are they? Did you say, Hey, man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Oh, boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? 1, they were desperate. 2, they were extremely desperate. 3, they were desperate as heck. They desperado right there. That's what's going on. The Treasures of Curian exhibit is all ruined now. Maya, I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. They Despacito? Yes, they Despacito. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it? Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Master Mask's Desires. That will probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. I don't know, I just like the music in that place. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. Like, I can see 0 of them exactly. Where the heck are they? I mean, should we have crawling with cops somewhere? Let's just have crawling with cops. Let's see, can I just get a picture of a cop and try to do something? There we go. If I do it this way, if this place is really crawling with cops, we need this place crawling with cops. So we can easily get cops right here, right now. What I can do is this. And then Violata da dee 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 dee. There we go. This place is crawling with cops. I can see him right there. Oh, I love streaming. What did you expect now that they know he was actually Master Mask? This must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on a murder case. The problem: there are no cops in the scene. The solution: go onto Google, look up cop photos, and do it ourselves! Just like so. There's cops! But wasn't he in charge of the Master Mask investigation all the way up until yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal. Ah, the good smell of murder makes me go crazy." Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. Oh, you gotta love these people. Oh no, failboat. There are no cops in the scene. Oh my, that does sound like a failboat video. Dang it, Stevie, you got me into failboat. I mean, yay! I already told you, it's not me. A sad, pitiful one that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, and we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. All according to Cake. Kaiku. I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge too. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick. Alright, everybody, get ready. Smile, you're on candid camera, everybody. There, Smile. The camera doesn't seem to have a lot to tape right now. The only thing it's watching now is that guard over there. 24/7 guard cam, that's what we need. That guard standing there for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day. And if he moves, the stream is over. He's just a mannequin. He was never moving after all. Do 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 do. I think we're pretty much done with her. Let's see if Gumshoe has any new talks about what we learned. So about this. Oh, what's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya. What's wrong? We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. It's just my billfold. That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Now I really want you to show it to me. The button. Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Sorry, it's hard to believe, but there's a limit to how much my brain can hold. I got 2 ears and 2 eyes, but I only got 1 brain. Deep. I can see your eyes and the ears, but the jury is still out on the brain thing. Hey Nick, if you have something to say, just come out and say it. That is rough. This was his first heist, and I guess I underestimated him. I was sure I was gonna get him, so I was careless and lost the info on the witness. By witness, do you mean the guard in this photo? Yeah, he and the detective worked together to try catching Master Mask. But he got away anyway, huh? That guard. I got the weird feeling that I've seen him around lately. I mean, we can easily see... They say it's Larry, right? So what we do is go to our crime database, our very big crime database, and look up cops that look like that. If I run this through the reverse image search, we should easily find the person we're looking for. And easily, it should be this man right here. as soon as I get him. We just need to find the right photo, and la-di-da, we'll make it work exactly. If we fix it this way, you see the image is getting processed. Look at that, we got the image right there. If all we do is put it on his head, and then suddenly transform it around horizontally, fix it on his head, and voila! Oh my goodness, it is Larry! Whoa! I wouldn't even. That's 100% match right there. It's perfect. Oh my goodness, I'm having way too much fun with this. Oh yeah, let's go talk to Larry about the whole thing here. Flawless. Flawless! Hey Larry, there's something I want you to look at. Wait, he doesn't... Really? Bowser, he doesn't want to look at anything. Really? What the hey? Alright, I'm gonna try the whole... I'm gonna try getting the info out of him. Magatama time! I'm gonna try to psych lock it. We're psych locking it. The night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What, huh? Of course I was! Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Mr. Light? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never! I didn't sneak out, I tell you what. I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow, now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... Could it be the buzzer? Dang it, it was not the buzzer. Let's see. He was not manning his station at the time. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought it was the camera data. Oh, wait, that's the warehouse. I'm a doofus. I'm an idiot. Disgusting, I know. It has to be around... It could be the wallet. Found in Ron's wallet used the night of the crime. The wallet. This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar! You hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday! Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck out before it, might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer has snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. That could be. Could it be the buzz? How'd he sneak in? The key card. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Ooh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Ah, no! I'm crying. Whoa, his face was shaking. Ah, fine, I got my life back. Ooh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault! Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, you man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some kind of horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in to kiss her. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So is that why you left the security office? I'm sorry. It's not my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? First, you cast a revival spell on the boss. He's curled up on the floor crying like a... Is this... Hold on. I'm just wondering, is he doing this right now? I'm pretty sure some people will know what photo I'm trying to get right now. This is Larry right now. He just fell on the floor doing all this. Larry is lying down, trying not to cry. And he's crying a lot. That's what Larry's doing now, curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. And if we move this over to the right a bit, it looks like Maya's crying. Maya, stop crying. Okay. Oh boy, Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful info from him. Nick. Pixel's turning into Failboat. That's... Fail Pixel T... Fail Sloth. Fail Sleuth. That's my name now. More like Fail Sleuth. That's not necessary, Nick. You don't have to threaten me. I'll tell you what I know. I know it's tough to tell, but I'm really sorry about what happened. Well, I've never seen Larry look so serious. I actually believe him. Yeah, he's like a totally different person. In that case, maybe you and I should get reacquainted. Let's see, the cane list. I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. What is it, Nick? It's just that he seems so, I don't know, pleasant. Wait, did he literally just go through, like, a change of heart right now? The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right, just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Wow, signs. We need signs in here. Where are the signs that someone tells you like somebody? Go ahead, Maya, press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue. Like the professional guard I am. Alright, let me try it. If I press my heart really hard, he'll come running for me, right? Alright. Well, I didn't see him, but I did see God. Oh. Wow, that was pretty good. You see, she was saying, "Oh yeah, Pixel died." That was pretty good. She really enjoyed that. She really enjoyed that little play. Thanks. I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Buzzer time. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the third floor of the basement. The CEO's office... The CEO office is on this first floor. I thought it would be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Currently to Pixel. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry can make a mistake like that. Ah! What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake! Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. I can't be. Larry's in trouble. That's a big ol' oof right there. You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know? What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzer record? Huh? The record? Nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. Nothing at all. That's nothing. Exactly, Pixel. Gumshoe, about if he doesn't want to talk about it. Okay, he doesn't want to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it, Gumshoe. Shush your face. We'll be right back. No, not yo. Gotta see if anybody else is available to talk right now. Detention center? No. Maybe I gotta find Larry again. Maybe there's something I gotta talk with Larry about. Or maybe I present Larry to ya? Oh wait. Yeah, you wanna see my face? Pretty goofy looking face if you ask me. Hey. What are you doing carrying him down? Oh, we already talked about it. About my goofy looking face being so goofy. And he does not know about Larry. Got it. Let's see. Wait, did I show the news? Oh wait, I don't think I showed the newspaper clipping, did I? Newspaper. I think you know. Well, doesn't want to talk about it? Is it really not him? What the heck is this? So was this the card that was used by the corporate that night? Well, going off the serial number, then yeah. This card was used to open the CEO's office at 1 in the morning. Your client had this card, right? Then it's a no-brainer. He's the killer, man. No, that's not what we want to hear. Ah, that's the wallet I found. You found it when you snuck out of work to get socked in the kisser, right? I didn't sneak out of work to get socked in the kisser. If only I'd been more responsible at work, I might have spotted the murder on the monitor like I was supposed to. Larry, you really do feel bad, don't you? Yeah, well, maybe it's all for the best. I think it's brought Desi and I closer together. Just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining, and every clown is in a circus. You gotta see that old water glass that has half full, am I right? Now he's starting to sound like the Larry I know. Don't forget, Nick, half full. But the thing is, the glass can be half full with water, but it's also half full with air. It's full of something. It has to be full of something, you know. And I think that's pretty much we can get from him. Or maybe I can show Kane Bullard, I guess. The CEO of our company. He was a pretty good guy. Oh, really? Yeah, you bet. You know how I'm not very good about working hard, right? Yeah, I kinda noticed. Well, guess what the boss said to me about that? I don't expect much work from you, Larry. In return, just don't expect much pay. Eesh. I see. I guess you have to follow some kind of dumb law about having security here in the building. So in order to pay the lowest wage possible, he went to the bottom of the barrel. To be honest, I really looked up to the boss. If I ever grow up to be a CEO, I want to be just like him. And don't worry, Nick. I promise I'll hire you for security. I can use my hair to attack others. I can use my hair to attack others? My spiky hair. Oh yeah, we already tried talking about that. And nothing. We talked about the button, newspaper clipping. This was proof at the crime scene. His wallet and his key card, huh? I think we need to ask Mr. Delight some more about those two things. I would if anybody else wants to talk about something else, but I can't unlock anybody else. There has to be someone else I can talk to. But Ron Delight's not there. Beep, 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 beep. And she doesn't know about that. She doesn't probably know about anything else like that. Not... Oh wait, did I try showing... I didn't... No, I tried showing Larry the thingy. What the heck? I'm pretty sure I'm done with her. There's nothing in here. Because I already checked everything before. What about showing the blackmail? The blackmail? But Rodrigo, it's not black, it's green. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullet have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? By the way, thank you. Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. Nothing about that anyway. Maybe to Larry. Hey Larry, you want to see a green piece of paper I kept in my back pocket this whole time? So what about this? Huh? My, you shouldn't have. A love letter from me? No, sorry. This is a blackmail letter. What? How do you know about that, Maya? Huh? How much is Alexis demanding this time? Huh? Who is this Alexis? Didn't we show him this letter yesterday too? I'm pretty sure we did. That was pretty funny now. I'm 25 now. It's about time I started giving some serious thought to my life. Good, that's the way to be. What exactly are you thinking about, though? Well, you know, my future, my dreams. Larry, when exactly does this future of yours start? A man's life begins at 30. That's my theory anyway. I figure I got another 5 years of guilt-free screw-ups before I have to buckle down. Larry, I think... Forget it. We're just gonna have to have a nice long talk next time. And as a sloth, I live until the year of 32. So I got 6 more years of sloughing around before things go way downhill. I'm really sorry, Nick. I swear I want to change my ways. But the thing is, I just don't have any interest in men. This is what happens when you show a male character? This guy really needs to get his mind out of the gutter. Larry's your stereotypical guy, alright. He's your straight guy. He doesn't care about other guys. I get it. Doesn't want to talk about guys. Gotcha. Okay, only girls. Only grills. Gotcha. Kind of stuck right now. What else do I have to show in the end? The buzzer record, but he won't talk about that. Not that. The autopsy report? Did it get updated though? Oh my goodness. I really don't want to hear the words the autopsy report has been updated, Your Honor, ever again. It's been updated. The autopsy report updated. It's been updated again. It's been updated once again. It's been updated again. It's been updated again. Oh wait. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out who haven't I talked with yet. Because I know that I went everywhere, but how come nothing came up though? Wait, isn't there like another place that I should have been already? There's another place I haven't even been to yet. I forgot to go to the basement and warehouse and meet a forgettable one place. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. It's like, wait, there's a familiar place I forgot about. There it is. I know, I'm sorry, my brain is messing up right now. I'm so sorry. For more screw-ups and more, remember to like and subscribe to me every single day. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews, what's she still hanging around here for? So how's it going? What about the secret urn? The urn? Oh, it's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Master Master's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Aw, she's better now. That's good to hear. I just heard all about it on the news. So the detective was actually the thief all along. It looks like that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the master to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Master Ma's calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent the calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. But why? What, so Master Mas murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. Wait, how can he hide? His nose is literally just poking out. That's like saying, I can see you right there. Your nose is sticking out. Ah, my biggest weakness, my nose. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him, not even his long, outrageous nose. Which, if you turn it sideways, it looks like an ice cream cone. Anybody want Detective Atme flavored ice cream? He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the deaths himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mas pretty well. Except that he put up his nose very far in his mask. I'm so glad that you got your secret urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Oh, Miss Andrews. 2 locks? Psych locks. Oh boy. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. Well, it's time to go to court again. Time to frame her once again, get her screaming, break all her glasses, and cause a big old mishap. Like the last case in the second game. Let's do that all over again. Let's do a repeat of that. Let's see, maybe I should probably look around for more evidence, because we already got the paint, we got the statue. I'm gonna try anyway, let's go give it a shot. Oh no, poor Andrew. Andrews with an S, Rodrigo. The secret. Oh, she's fine and normal now. She's like, I'm fine now. And then when I start talking to her, hey, Miss Andrews. What? Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? No, I don't think I mean, can I use that? No, because the one that was submitted had Amy. This one says I am. Don't think I got it right now, though. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I don't know. I'm quite confused about that. It's like, do we or do we not? Because we don't have the urn anymore. Interesting. Unless I don't have any evidence. I knew it! I never had any evidence to begin with. Let's see, maybe I should just go. Keep going back here. Let me go back to the basement. Maybe there's something at the basement. Wait, did I examine this before? I think I did. That pathetic looking wooden box. Ah! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it. I worked so hard to make that box. Oh, you made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Maybe it had been better if Master Mass had taken the box too. Ouch. Yeah, because I already checked before. We did get the paint. Do we have the paint splat? Oh, I swore I thought I had the paint splatter and everything. Did I miss something? It looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is oddly shaped and it's shockingly pink. I don't see how the color of the paint is in any way important. Nick. Every color is important in their own way. You have to know that. I'm trying to understand if I'm missing anything. Because I don't think I have enough evidence for her yet. I'm trying to think. Gotta think. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. I don't think I've talked to him about the victim yet. Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard? That's Kane Buller, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. She's saying that this guy isn't important, that she just keeps messing up the name. Way to break the fourth wall, Maya. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bluebard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough info yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now's our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Oh, something new! Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? I almost call him Bluebard, what the heck? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the company basically sent security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too? I just love money. I can never get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Does that make me a big grubber? Am I a big grubber, everyone? Am I a money grubber? Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. Let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Ooh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. Nani, really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullet who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Ooh, interesting. And I think that should be everybody then. Now we learned something new. Let me see if anybody is open to talk at the center now. No, not yet. What the hey is going on here? Time to check the security room once again. Let's see, we talked to him everything and that got psych-locked, that's gone. I'm trying to understand what the heck am I missing here. Cause we got everything so far. I'm missing a thing? What thing am I missing though? I don't seem to realize what kind of thing I'm missing though. I feel like I've talked to everybody, yet nobody's telling me anything. I'm gonna cry! Oh yeah, well you already talked about him though. Let me skip through that. If I ever grew up, I want to be a CEO and be money grubbing and be stinky and smelly every single day. Me too. A piece of evidence. Am I really missing a piece of evidence? What evidence would that be though? I got the buzzer right here. Let's see, what could I be missing though? Something is missing, but what could that be though? Maybe I should go back to Andrews and see what's going on? I don't know really. If I can get a little C-Stall style, be great. Because I really have no idea what to show next to anybody. Did I show the wallet? That's the wallet he's found. You found it when you got talking to Kisser. We did talk about that. What did you have and not now? The sacred urn. Where can I get the sacred urn? Where can I get the sacred urn? Do I have to talk to Maya about it? You mean this is what I'm missing? You must be relieved we got the urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it. Don't at me, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Amy like it always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to the village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Curian Village in a long time. So I guess people still go to the village to do their training, right? Yep, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. A dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're going to train, you have to be serious, otherwise real tragedies can happen. I thought you were going to TwitchCon? Do I have the money for TwitchCon? Where's that TwitchCon money, though? I'm gonna look for it. TwitchCon! Where did you be, TwitchCon? Where's TwitchCon? I'm trying to find it. TwitchCon? I don't see TwitchCon here. I don't see it. I don't see TwitchCon here. I only have blue cam, but no TwitchCon. I only got a blue cam, but no TwitchCon, though. Sorry, no TwitchCon is happening. Why would I go to TwitchCon? To talk with other streamers and become friends with other streamers and say, hey, you're a streamer, I'm a streamer too. And everybody else says, yeah, we stream too. And then they'll tell me to watch their streams and I'll be sitting there like, is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the curing technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. Oh no. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. It sounds like being the master of curing is gonna be a heavy responsibility. Did we not get the thingy back? I want to talk about the urn, but no urn is happening. I get... You mean I was behind on conversations, that's why nothing else was going on? Okay, that's okay with me. You know what I need? I need an assistant from Mr. Blue Can over here. Blue Can, please take my sorrows away. Oh, it's delicious. That is good stuff. Ah, Mr. Wright. Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lowly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security and hand someone over some money. Let's see, so Pixel, if you ever want to play the game fast, go through everyone's talking. Go through everyone's talking so you may just skip everybody's text. And then that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. I mean, if you want me to get, I mean, I can play this game fast. I'll just be very quiet the whole time. I'll be like, skip, 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 skip. Nobody wants to come to a stream where it's just nothing but silence. Or you're talking about something else, though. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. You better talk. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you're a Master Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. No, go through everyone's talking choices. Oh, gotcha. That's what you mean. Okay. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Sparkle. I'm not doing that laugh again. I did it last stream, but I'm not doing that again. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. Zooming in his mouth. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at that time. So then the person dressed up as Master Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. So that night, you didn't go to Lowly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should. There he is, the whole circus. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office. See this office. I knocked, but there was no answer. By the way, can I talk about one thing though? There's one thing I do want to share with everybody. So I've heard about this thing on Steam called Face Rig. Has anyone else heard of Face Rig? It's like a program in which you control a rigged model, I think. And it's like, I was looking at it and thought, hey, if I could... Oh, I can't tell. Why won't let me show it? I'm trying to show it, but it won't let me. Maybe now? There we go. There we go. And voila, there we go. Face rig. So there was this thing here that I was checking out earlier, and it seems like you can control a little like robo. I don't know. Basically, it just goes over you. Like instead of me, you will see an animal instead. It is a very interesting thing, and I was wondering like, what if I did that? But I did some research. There isn't a sloth model, so that won't be happening though. There is no sloth model, so I don't think that'll be happening though. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Oh, that was at me! Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Was it Cane Bullet that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I died myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put in this... Why did he put it in the safe? Who had some odd ideas like a dead body? And you go and lock the door, stay in there, and I'm not doing anything else with it. Yes, that's right. Why? I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. He just sounds really, really suspicious the whole time. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security? He put him in the safe because he's safe then. Fantastic. I'm gonna say that's the best comment I've seen all night. How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please. Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Ooh, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water, and I spend money like it's an apple. There's no job in the world that can bring in enough money, except being a thief. At least that's what I thought anyway. So he became Master Mask for Desiree, huh? Oh wait, so since Larry didn't talk about the clipping, maybe he knows. Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Oh, so it wasn't Larry. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it. But she says she's fine with thieves. You're right, she did. Huh? Oh, goodness! Rodrigo gifted Alex a sub. Nice going. Congratulations. I'm a dinosaur. Yeah, I'm a dinosaur. What's up, everybody? Hey, Chain Chomp, welcome to the stream. What's going on? There you go, Alex. Now you got your very own egg. Rodrigo's being very nice, and that freaking spooked me. I don't really expect much during my streams, but when that happens, that happens. Hey, he got a gift. Oh, he got a gift box now. That's cool. Wait, if I'm not expecting much, and I'm doing like spooky games in October. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun, isn't it? Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right, I got a sudden burst of inspiration. But yeah, to anybody who's curious about my stream schedule for October so far, October 1st, Tuesday, it says 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time though. So here's the schedule for October so far. So October 1st, I'm gonna do Five Nights at Freddy's. It's scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I might move that down, might move it up to like 6 or 7, so maybe a little earlier on Tuesday, so look out for that. Next Saturday, October 5th, I'm gonna start the Undertale Genocide run, so look forward to that as well. So look out for those things. We're gonna do Spooky Month right, and we're gonna do it starting with those games. We'll see what happens. Chain Chomp, the Twitch update, nothing much really happened. It's just a different look. It's just a different look though. And warning, if you read this person out loud, you are the worst person alive. I'm kidding. Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate it. You're the coolest person alive. Thank you very much, Matt. You will use the emote to good use. October, you will use the good emote to good use. Let me guess, the Sloth Rip emote, right? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. Now with the 5, thank you for the 5 bits, thank you. Regarding this photo, is this you, Mr. Delight? That's right, nice trick if I do say so myself. I do love the Sloth Rip emote. That is one of my favorite emotes right there, though. It's so cool. It's just that if I ever do get more sub numbers to get more slot emote unlocks, I need to get new ideas for new sub emotes before that happens. So it's like, if you have any ideas for new sloth emotes, let me know. I would love to hear some new ideas for funny and identifiable sloth emotes that everybody would like to have. Nice and easy to figure out, even pros can see through that in a heartbeat. So the guard is Ron, but as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. All he had to do was check the garbage for the costume. Atme found the Master Mask disguise. That is interesting. Slothjection? So it should be a sloth yelling objection? The thing is, I feel like that's gonna be too much of a big word, so it has to be something. I don't know. I need to see an objection email on Twitch. I think somebody might have an objection emote on Twitch. I need to see how they do it. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? You made one, remember? Yeah, you did, CB. But I mean like emote size, because remember, it has to be small. It has to be like really small, like small. It has to be like small. It has to be like tiny. I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up, bruh. This blackmail letter. A sloth doing the L symbol with its hand. I think that got me coughing. Small, not big. This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got? No, of course not. I think this is the first time the song came up. I haven't heard the song before. It's nice. Why is the music in this game all bops though? Can't they be scaled? They can, but I think they have to be like, I think. But the thing is, I don't know how to scale them properly. I think I can. I haven't tried it though. Unless you want to see a Photoshop stream. Pixel does Photoshop, the stream, where he just makes fake Switch games and fake game scenarios. and then Failbolt's gonna come in, copyright me, and then he's gonna get his subscribers to ban me from Twitch forever. And then I'm gonna sit in this room with my mouth agape like this, and then realize I made a terrible mistake. A sloth wearing sunglasses being cool. Pixelation? It's just a sloth like, oh, pixelated. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. Sloth champ? Oh, you mean the sloth doing the PogChamp face? The Poggers face? So, did you ever start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? I think that might be kind of weird, though. I don't know how... The thing is, I can't create it. I have to commission those things. I can't really do commissions right now because I don't have funds anymore. My funds are, like, out until Twitch and YouTube just pays me whatever they got. Whenever they pay me their scraps. Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Enamon heist. That first letter. CB will do it. Oh, goodness. CB, you know what? Go for it. I want to see how it comes out then. CB's like, I'll do it! Okay. Pay you in cans? No, not my precious cans, though. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity just like that? Well, it's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof it was you, so give up. It went on to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chain Chomp means PogChamp, but with a sloth face instead. Oh, goodness. I'm very curious to see how that comes out. So in the end, I had to give up the treasures I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. Oh, so that's how I got proof. Pixel is Pixel, give it up. Wait, what? Oh, you got proof that Pixel is Pixel, give it up. Chain Chomp Champ. I think that's just Chain Chomp with its mouth wide open like the whole time. That's an easy emote. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, making chicken in your air fryer? That's a confusing emote to make. I'm kidding. Matt, you're making chicken? Nice. So, package some up. I'll give you my P.O. box. Send it over. I'll do an unboxing stream. And then I'm gonna eat the rotten chicken. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? What's with the plans? What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Sand you one blue can? How can I sand one? It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all? But someone else is behind the deaths. Someone who planned them all out in detail. Who do you think it is? All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Let's see, air fryer is amazing. All the crispiness of the deep fryer, none of the extra fat. But I need the extra fat, I'm only 130 pounds! Let me see, air fryer. I don't think I've ever seen an air fryer though. Air fryer, air fryer. Ooh, the air fryer looks nice. It looks like a coffee maker, but not really. It looks like one of those coffee pots. Oh, did it cost $40 to buy one? Or the XL version for $50? I should stop looking at this. Full flavor, zero guilt, fried with minimal oil, cook healthy meals with delicious taste and stay fit. Fries fast, get crispy fries in more in minutes. Goodness. Wait, Alex, wait, what? The person is, wait, what kind of name is that? What? Either way. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never, I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. Fitness isn't a choice, it's a lifestyle. Well, I got some news for you. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Mystic Maya! Hey, Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearl, so what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Curain Village to have it examined. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Whew, that's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we got to find out how they got there. Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Poor guy. Don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. Why are you leaving? No, don't leave me. Don't forget about me. No. We just left him. I'm sorry. Alright, so I think now we have what we need to talk to Miss Andrews. Miss Andrews-kun. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Ah, gotcha. Let's fix it when I leave. Don't forget about me, please, please. Oh, easily. Every time that somebody leaves, I'm like, don't forget about me. And then I start crying like off screen for about 2 minutes, and then I come back, pretend everything is alright, but really in the inside I'm crying. Man, real men eat chicken in dinosaur nugget form. You're dang right they do. Everybody does that. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. By the way, man, how's the computer progress? Did you get your computer parts yet? I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Oh, now we get the box. And I think the box was here. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is oddly shaped and is shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the sacred urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. It's right there. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. I think we're ready now. Hold on, I gotta turn to Miss Andrews and then yell at her. Got it. Alright, let's do it. The sacred urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. You got something, CB? Check the dice cord. Pixel, if you give me your Nintendo account, I can put it on your Switch. You can get it on your Switch and play all the games I own. You want to play Dragon Quest? Yu-Gi-Oh? What game do I own that you want to play? I don't got much. Oh my goodness, that's so cute! I gotta show everybody this right now. Hold on, I gotta get to it. I think CB just quickly whipped it up and it looks very cute. Everybody's gotta see it. Look at this. Look at that sloth pog face. That is a cute face right there. Look at it, everybody. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Ooh. Hold on. I need to get the PogChamp face in here. Let's see. I'm trying to compare it. So it looks like that. Ooh. It's that. Wow, that's pretty good, CB. Nice going. You know what? Continue with that. That could be the next emo right there. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Man, CB, you were quick at that though. You were like super fast. Hold on, I'm trying to save it up if I can. La 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 la. Don't know why I'm just singing here, but I just like this. Okay. Oh, Alex, thanks. Give me your account. Cool. Do you have any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Yeah, the poster, right? Oh no, it wasn't that. No, that did not work. Oh, wait. Mistake. The evidence that the urn was submitted. Yes, because Pearl took it back. Is the genuine thing. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Trade account. Alright, Rodrigo will be the one trading our accounts. Pearls went back to Curian Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how... What she discovered was that the urn had been broken again. Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? And the one I mistakenly showed before, it was broken here. This poster, it was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said I am on it. You know you can play games people downloaded from other accounts on other Switches. I think I do remember that, but it's still complicated in a way. Like the main account can play the games all the time, while the second one needs an internet connection at all times to play the games, I think. I don't know. I haven't read the whole thing, but I've heard it's complicated. It works, but complicated. But now for some mysterious reason it stays Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! It worked. I am. What does that even mean? I don't even know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now tell the truth. Wait. Even if the urn was broken, it had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people for the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. It looks like she's not gonna give up that last cycle act so easily. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lorley Taylor? You can play with both online and offline. The urn was broken here at Lorley Taylor. Could it be the box with the paint marks? What, Ms. Andrews? What is this supposed to mean? Oh yeah, because there's pink paint all over it. And there is pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But, uh-oh, she's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor. There's no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is this box. This box. The urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Wait, people lie again? I don't know. Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape and printed in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Broken! And life return. Give me that big life back. I'm so sorry, I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. Aww. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. Oh no, the broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Curian Village. Why does everyone have bad luck in this game? I think if you're born around the same time Phoenix Wright is, you're just born with bad luck, period. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written. But any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. Any sane person? Really? Miss Andrews, why? Don't say that! Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. Ooh. But there's something I don't get. As long as Phoenix exists, bad luck will follow. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Amy face statue, haha! The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the wall or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there was a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see, now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh, what? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why? Minecraft is getting better, really. How much better is it? Or getting better? On the day before the death, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? Good question. I don't know the answer. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron the Light, was at KB Security. So then why did another Master Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but the Nether is getting updated, new mobs and biomes. Minecraft's popularity is gonna get even bigger from here, isn't it? It looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. To be continued right now. Let's continue on, shall we? Said we didn't get chest boat. Oh yeah, Stevie, I saw your tweet about chest boat. You mean like a chest on a boat, like an actual, like a boat and it has a chest on it? Ah, that would have been cute. Just go riding on a boat and having a chest right there. So Mountains 1, gotcha. I'm sure scripts, Realms Plus, and more. Realms Plus? With Realms Plus, you can have up to 100 people and have your own battle royale. Don't mind if I do. That will make ocean adventuring so much better. That does sound like fun. We will get those updates. Hey, Nick. What is it this time? You won't believe how many people are here for the trial. Well, it is a murder case. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Next door? Why don't you notice, Nick? They're having Detective Atmy's trial today. It's just that Mountains will be first priority. Detective Atmy? They say they're going to try him as Master Mask. Already? That was fast. Boy, I'd love to see Master Mask's trial. I know. By the way, where's Pearls? Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore. I know you don't like me. Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh? Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please, don't ignore me! Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning. No one likes me. No one would notice me. Even Senpai, even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. No, wait a sec. You don't mean you're the murderer? No. I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heist. Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick? It's possible. But today's trial is a race against the clock. Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always. I'm afraid that's not an option. We will see when we get there. Now let the trial resume. Court is now in session for the trial, Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Judge is like, yes, okay, settle down, everyone. Settle down, children. Children, what did I say? Settle down, settle down, settle down. Oh, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again. Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war. War. War never changes. But that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. Seriously, where does it come from? That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes, well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. While the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in the safe at approximately 9 AM on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 AM of the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during the— What the heck? How is he still alive? Can anyone explain how can anyone drink more than 17 cups and be fine? But the first one is always the best. Mr. Godot, your witness? My witness is my coffee. Thanks, Stevie. Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Rondelette, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but I remember when Mia was defending me. He always drinks 17 cups. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to test— Oh, there's an eyelash on me. Ah, you've got guts, Trite. Trite. Alright then, Mr. Rondelette, please take the stand. Mr. Rondelette just drinks coffee too, like, oh, Mr. Godot, this is good. Did you just steal my coffee, kid? You did it, didn't you? Yes. What the heck? What? No, that's not true. What? For a moment there, I thought we set the record for the shortest trial ever. Oh, well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making. And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Ah, very well. Who stole the sleuth man? Wait, who stole the what sleuth man? What? Who? What? Where? Oh, who stole the stolen sleuth? I don't know, Satanayo. What's going on, Satanayo? How you doing? That's what we're trying to figure out, who stole the sleuth man, but right now we're dealing with a murder case. If you didn't kill Bullet, why did you go to KB Security? Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. Me too. Wait, I am home. I'm already home. See ya. I realize I'm home, so I gotta stream though. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. Testimony time. My visit to KB Security. That evening, around 1 AM, I went to see Mr. Bullet in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. That was quick. 1 AM, the exact time the murder took place. Another cup of coffee. The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. These tears are delicious. Ha, it's bitter today too, just like my destiny. You never know that from the way he's chugging it down. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination if you please. Time to cross-examination. By the way, how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing alright. That evening around 1 AM, I went to see Mr. Bullet in his office. 1 AM, huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Godot, if you throw that coffee, you die. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was also big. 1 AM, that's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullet, was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. I'm sure Mr. Godot will have a coffee date at 3 AM. Oh boy, 3 AM! It's like that Patrick thing with the Krabby Patty, but Godot with coffee. Who drinks coffee at 3 AM in the morning? Oh boy, 3 AM! It ordered you there. It was the first time I've gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this or take that. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000. Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder. Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway! Oh, is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. That just makes him sound like he's a murderer even more. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Muddy mud skipper? The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask to mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullet didn't have anything on me. He didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. So that's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was mask to mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. I've been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I know where his office was. You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. A security chief? You? And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge, a perfect motive for murder. What did you say? This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject? Why? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well, the world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Okay, then I take it. Defendant, please answer the question. Well, I needed money. You needed money? Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? Yeah, do something else like watch anime. My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again? KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies, and since I was a security team chief, you stole some data and sold it. Mr. Bullet found out and I was fired immediately. Nani? I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good. Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that. He sure told you. So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse, crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of this disaster. He fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby. What else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste. So Mr. Light doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? So it would seem. I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other. I can't believe it. This case has gotten even mine to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright. There wasn't much to his testimony, was there? Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least, that's what it sounds like to me. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful. Ah, okay. So let's see, was there something I was supposed to present on, though? The blackmail letter. Ordered you to go there. Blackmail threat didn't scare you. Blackmail letter, you gotta order me to go there. Let me check this one again. It ordered you there. It was the first time I've gotten a blackmail letter to order me to go somewhere. Let's see, same thing. Check the blackmail letter. Yeah, if you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. The day he's... Huh. Been working for KB Security a year ago. Used to be a security chief. Yes, that's right. Security chief, just you? Oh yeah, there were other options, weren't there? Huh. But Desi doesn't know about that. Desi doesn't know about that. I'm trying to figure it out though. But Desi... Check after he said it sent them there. Do you mean like present it? Check after, it didn't scare him. Wait, what do you mean, Southern Io? I'm trying to figure it out myself, though. I'm trying to figure it out, though. It didn't scare it. Oh, why did I go back here, though? I'm trying to figure out if there were more options, though. Oh, the last one, you mean? Oh, the blackmail threat didn't scare you. It wasn't gonna cause you trouble or anything. That part. Oh, let's see. The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure it's referring to the whole master mask thing. Oh, wait, there's something else in there. I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim had no proof the defendant was Master Mask, but you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier. But that was all over once I was fired. But is it true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps? Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now a whole year later. Is that really true? What is it, Nick? The fact that Ron was stealing company data, I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Oh, it would? Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client? Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. Bacteria. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. Little lawyer amigo? Pixel, stop bullying? No! Yes, now come on, provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? Oh. I'm pretty sure, yeah, hates criminals and cowards more than anything. Probably Mrs. Delight. Hey, it's right. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret. A certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. Listen to me, my Desi, she's... Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Godot! Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. Oh, Oh, everything is falling neatly into place for him. What am I doing? Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry! He should have gotten arrested. He should have got arrested for that. Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far. What do you think? What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife and he killed to protect the secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears. Before I throw this at you. At the CEO's office. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. Oh goodness, I need to stretch. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullet was lying there, dead. Dead-kun. Dead-san. I see, suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. Suddenly, I died. He said that Master Mash struck him on the head from behind. Oh yeah, by no clipping, that's right. Of course, since Amy turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. No one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked. We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Wright? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. 2 minutes later, he did it. He did everything. What did I do with his cinnamon bun hair? When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. A suspicious shadow. Who was the shadow? If there were 1,000 of me and even one knew, I'd tell you, trust me. His dodging all of our questions is not helping us win this case. Okay, then how was the victim Mr. Bullard at that time? What do you mean by how was he? Was he already dead? Was he alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it. Everyone is dead. No wonder the autopsy report was outdated. Let me tell you, I did not know there were memes about updated autopsy reports until I saw one recommended to me, and it's Edgeworth dancing around about an updated autopsy report. It's him dancing at the courtroom, like... Okay, apparently that's a meme. It was a really funny meme, though. Your forehead? Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Do you remember anything about who hit you? Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit, so I think I was a little dazed for a while. I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking. Yeah, I think he got brain damage. Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Okay, Phoenix, we need to just take away that gun of yours. Maybe that will knock some sense back into him. For his neutral special, Phoenix has a gun. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. Dad, could you please clarify what you're referring to? Why, my Master Mask costume, of course. Wait just a moment. Master Mask? Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security. Ooh! Nani? Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either. Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip out of your mind? My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. 6 already? At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of info. Witness, please correct your testimony. I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Master Mask costume. Why were you dressed up as Master Mask? Why, because I'm Master Mask, of course. Nani are you talking about? Master Mask's trial is being held next door. Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe. Ooh! Ooh! Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. Cosplayers, am I right? That's why it took a lot longer than I expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? What do you mean by it took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body. No, Nani, was that? Back up a sec. Hold up, back up a second. Yes? You were the one that hid the body in the safe? Well, yeah. Inconceivable! I mean, why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking? I mean, I'm with the judge. Question, when does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? After the 5th day you're wearing them. Da 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 da. The answer is simple. When they take them off. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hit the body because he's the murderer? Ah, so you're not as stupid as you look. His metaphor this time was really obscure. Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? Well, yes. Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Really? Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony. Yes, sir. Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair weather judge. Judgy Wudgy is getting angry-wangy. I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. Well, he's right about that. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kinda lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it. I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. That certainly makes more sense. Ugh. Hold on. 10 minutes? What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it? Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why did you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were? That's it, I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence. We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? There's not much in his testimony either. Oh, wait. Oh, if he was there for 10 minutes, wouldn't somebody have pressed the button? Somebody did press the button. Somebody did press the button. Why would you be dead? That's a lie. It's right too. So wait, CB, you finished? Oh my goodness. Everybody's gotta take a look at this. Take a look at this probably new emote in the future. Look at it. This sloth champ right there. That is an amazing looking emote, CB. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. Ooh. That is adorable. Thanks for doing that, CB. You're amazing. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this court record? At this record, I mean. And what might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects to the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. Nani? If Mr. Ron Delight truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, security guard would have been heading his way. Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them. But as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. And the fact that the guard was a pathetic loser. Yeesh, Phoenix. Who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend. And wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known. Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. By the way, maybe I can just replace, let's see, maybe I can just replace this emote, right? Nah. I don't know, which emote should I replace if I want to do it now or just wait till I get enough subs? Because if I have to wait till I get enough subs, that's gonna take a while though. That's gonna take a long while though. I don't really go across as the guy who begs for subs or whatnot. I make fun about it, but I don't beg for it. It'll take a while, but I'll get working on making that an emote if I can, Savvy. I'll try doing that after the stream. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Ugh. Coffee. I love even in that state he got coffee though. Fine, let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? Another thing in the dice court. Oh, Alex, yes, I've seen that video. Yes, and that's the video I've seen this one. Oh my goodness, the autopsy report hitting down. Like, it took, like, it just blew up the whole place and everything. I love that video. I think you can put it here, Alex, yeah. The link should come. I think you can put the link. I think links can work in my chat now. Unconscious, so he fainted? That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. I don't know, Alex, give it a shot. Order in the court, Mr. Wright. This is... I mean, let me try, like, try typing, like, megaman.exe or something. Like, put a fake link or something. This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. No, someone threw Ron at the... Oh my goodness, Alex, I want to see an animation of that. Someone threw Ron at the buzzer. Mamma mia! Mario.com does not work. But yeah, if anybody puts in links now... Well, I want to do this without music. Basically, if somebody puts in links now, I gotta check them to make sure they don't lead to anywhere weird. Because that's the thing. It's like, links can be good, but... people could be bad with them, so gotta be careful with links. Pixel is the coolest dude on the planet.edu. If this goes to an actual website, I'm going to die. It's just loading, so it doesn't work. That's funny, though. Woo! He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. Ugh. So King Bullet sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Pixelsbynight.com. Actually, I do have a website. What is it, though? I do have my sort of website, though. It's not like an official website. It's the Streamlabs website, but it is my website. I do have a website. Oh, can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? Can I prove it right now? I don't even... let's see, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah! No fingerprints! I can prove it! The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor, but be careful with the links. Please don't spam links. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Can I just present it again? Because there are no fingerprints. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for. The buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it? Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give it some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. Oh. The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. Now, I'm the one that's clueless. This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullet had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left the fingerprints behind. Ron Delight obviously wiped them off. Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment. He touched that button, I know he did. PokemonShowdown.com. How do you know about my next game? Southern9 knows about the next game I'm streaming. Yeah, someone got thrown. The thing is, I would love to see that. Like, if that ended out to be the case, like, oh yeah, Ron was just thrown at the button. Somebody threw his body at it. He was a ragdoll. When you're unconscious, you become a ragdoll. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Master Mask. And Master Mask always wears gloves. No, I'm kidding. I don't play Pokemon Showdown. I used to play it like years ago. I'm not a competitive battler, so I'll stink at it. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Wait, you're going to stream Pokemon? I'm not streaming Pokemon Showdown. It's not happening. It was a joke. A joke. Ah, it would seem. Another cup of coffee already. I've been forced to eat crow. I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is. 2. However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? You gotta do it now. Sorry, can't do. It's gonna be a 10-minute stream because I really don't know how to battle. Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? Da-da-da-da-da-da. What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? Is Lamsauce a real sight? Nope, it is not. Looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks. They're on to you, Nick. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. Yes, Pixel, you can. Funny. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullet around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer. We got a new sub! That's the new sub alert, everybody. It's gonna play this sound for 1 minute whenever somebody subs. That's my jam right there. I love this music. This millennial music is so good. That's my rap track right there. You just put in my rap track. Oh yeah, it's even though security was supposed to respond right away. Security was supposed to respond. Huh. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well. Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent. I like that in a man. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? They didn't mean to call the security guard or to find out what it did. Interesting. The real killer sound to get the guard over? They didn't mean I'm pretty sure it might be to call the guard, I guess. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose? Yes, although as it turned out he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. My goodness, his clock cleaned. Ah, what a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in? No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Dillette, who was out cold. And the 3rd person, the real killer. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Dillette. And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Dillette for the murder. Drink that coffee. I just love his spit takes. Order! It would seem I've been made to eat my words once again. Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Master. Nick, you mean the real killer is? We're gonna drag that person in here right now. But who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard? It was me. I did it. Me. That face is the face of a murderer. And if you put the sloth right here, it just matches over his head perfectly. It looks like that Phoenix Wright has a sloth over his head. Isn't that cute? But of course, it's usually Luke at me. Has to be. Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it. Is Detective Luke at me? You mean Master Mask did it? Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Master Mask after all. He is in actuality the true murderer of Kane Bullard. Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. Is a capital crime subject to a capital punishment? Please remember the trial from yesterday if you would. Oh, when Luke at me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Also, he framed himself for theft instead of murder. Of course, the famous detective was unmasked as, well, as Master Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty? Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Loreley Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Gatmy's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. Of course, it was Luke at me. A guilty verdict as an alibi. These things get way more crazier than I thought. You know, it's almost time. For what? For Luke Gatmy's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're gonna stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof that that detective was the one who committed the murder. Miss Luke Gatmy's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to retreat and fail to provide adequate proof for his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal. Am I really sure about this? Ah, a bet's only good when your life's the ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. So, please, I'm begging you! Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix. Huh? Nani was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice, it sounds like Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Ah, so that's your answer, huh? Very well, I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Gatmy to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy, things are getting crazy. Oh. Well, Sir Detective Atme. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Atme. Seriously, if you like eating fried foods but don't want to get unhealthy, try getting an air fryer. Ah, yes, this part. Oh no, Sir Detective Atme, you are the one who... Who the heck is that? There's a different judge? I thought all judges look the same. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Gatmy imposter. Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please! Well, well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Who's this hoser, eh? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me. Accusation? You accuse Master Mask? That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. NANI?! He's been found out. Now this is the kind of drama we need. To be continued. Right now. Who was that guy? That's not my judge. Hashtag not my judge. He looks so different. And younger. Gross. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then she's still alive. Inside your heart. Nicky boy. Oh, Mr. Light. Is it true that Detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. Yeah, but he's the only one who could have done it. But was he at Loreley Taylor that night? Not to mention we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Oh boy, we're going in just bare with nothing. Gotcha. Back at the courtroom with the real judge. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand. Oh boy, here's when things get very interesting. Well, how do you do, sir, lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's scene all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. Wait. Red diamond? Red diamond? Red diamond? My diamond, my diamond, my diamond? So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Master Mask? Of course. Very well then, Luke Atme. Let's begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. More coffee. More sippy time. Yeah, that's a taste. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. It is an inquiring taste. I was stealing the urn as Master Mask just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time I wished the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder. That smug face of his, though, no. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish. A man is too foolish to know that he is a fool. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. It's full of hot air. Yeah, he was stealing the urn as Master Mask just as he intended he would. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I am called Master Mask. But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean? Huh. Are you saying that this is not in fact Luke at me? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mass to create an alibi? What an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? Don't even think he did, though. Nah. If Luke and me was at KB Security during the murder, then the Master Mass in this picture has to be a fake. Then there really was an accomplice, but right now I have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea right now either. Basil's objections are just what that guy wants. There's gotta be another way, and I'm gonna find it. Let me press everything else before I go back to that one. It was a pathetically easy job. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Laura Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick. Isn't there something odd about this? Huh? Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Laura Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kinda odd. He's getting kinda iffy. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be your witness. So by photograph, you're an ace? I mean, somebody can become an asexual, that's the thing too. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is, that is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you have this picture taken on purpose. Objection. He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad blue melody. It looks like I better gather more info for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. The time I wish the camera captured Master Mass was the same time as the murder. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now, it's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Laura Taylor, and on top of that, it was Laura Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. The phony thing is his nose. Imagine he was wiping his face and it just falls off. Like he's just wearing that for something. So this alibi is false? It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Somebody is a fake though. More than enough time. A photograph contains no words. Something has to be weird though. Indeed, the very thing. Oh, come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse, and this picture that supposedly captures it, it's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? Oh, something new on it, okay. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. He isn't the real Look at Me. CB, you're getting really tired from staying up so late yesterday? Alright, CB, have a good sleep. Thanks for coming to the stream. And thanks for the emo, and thanks for the sloth champ. Yeah, that's what it is. Thanks. Thanks for that. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the death took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Very well, then let's hear what you have to say. Oh! The statue was here! The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain. Blood! Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Ooh, well, Mr. Wright. What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The statue, of course. It was blocking it. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there. But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally? Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move that distance. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you're prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue the night of the crime? There was only one person there. It has to be Luke. The one who moved the statue is none other than Look at me. Come now, sir lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me, you pretended to be Master Mask to create an alibi by showing you where at Lowly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory, please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? Can't be there anywhere here. Could it be the timestamp? Naturally, the lie in this photo is a timestamp. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Abney went to KP Security and murdered King Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lowly Taylor that night. He had to alter the timeline. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed besides the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Abney had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim, and so in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. Nanida. Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Abney must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down in a place where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Abney had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it happened in this photo. It worked! Order! Mr. Abney, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by Lowly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. He dropped his monocle twice. He keeps dropping that thing. It's gonna get scratched. Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Go do, I warned you about making me wait, now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I promise to drink no more than 17 during the trial, which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point. So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points. I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied, which is... that it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. The Mask. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. Oh, this is when he's gonna get busted. I first received a request from Lorelei Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box in Safari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I didn't handle security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time? Svati. Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, let's see where he's lying this time. He's always lying, the nose tells all. I first received a request from Lorelei Taylor about 20 days ago. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, it seemed that they had heard of my Zavarkling's reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. Hidden in the nuggets, the chicken nuggets. Now I want chicken nuggies. I want chicken nuggies. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Interesting new tidbit. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, I look at me, let no info whatsoever slip through my fingers. Wait, let me check the card again. I'll be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your treasure securing exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn. Wait. He was unable to see it, but the calling card says he knows about it. He is lying. It worked. He's lying though. Mr. Amy, if you really are Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn, where it hides all the chicken nuggets. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lorelei Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. Ugh, you can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Vatme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Wait, what was that? He said "Gwaga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga." I wish I could make that noise. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken. Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mask. Go, 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 wagga, wagga, wagga. Go, 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 wagga, wagga, wagga. Thanks, Alex. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest? Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest? Is that a tongue twister? Nick, he's getting a second wind. If he's prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on Ron DeLite as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron DeLite. Isn't that right, detective? Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honored to, Sir Oldtimer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. We gotta do it and do it right this time. The motive for murder. The murder for murder. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Just enjoy the chair. Chair, do your thing. Motive. Oh wait, but the ads. Alex, I can tell you for sure that that's not implemented yet. That doesn't happen yet. That doesn't happen yet. Luke Atme had no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote this blackmail letter and sent it to Ron DeLite. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. DeLite for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. DeLite saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. Tragic, just tragic. So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant? This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. Nani? Interesting. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
Don't mind if I do, Your Honor.
Let's see. Lugami had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work? They were both involved in security. Nope. That was blunt. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. Mistook? That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take an error. That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be? Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Sure. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Zavari, take a look at this newspaper. Oh, that's the famous Tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The defendant? The victim clearly misread this article and Zavari. He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see. That was an unusually reasonable deduction. It wasn't Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000, and the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's. There's no mistake, we have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder... What's up, Nick? I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Whoa, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? Wait, you mean like back here? And send it to Ron Delight. Wait, the red diamond. Wait, this was meant... There's something fishy about this. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. Oh goodness, gotta crick my neck. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You're one to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fist. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior? Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Let's see, what could it be, though? Wait, red jewel, blue jewel. Could it be this? Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel is blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Master Mask stole at all. Ooh. And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you are trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, that's what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. This man with a monocle in his eye. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen, and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel. Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bullet wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Order in the court! Order, I say. It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Wright. Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullet blackmailing Luke at me? Are you for real? Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up to him. Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullet threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So, just what was that identity? Atmey killed Kane Bullet because he was afraid of a secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it all comes down to, Nick. The identity that Luke Atmey wanted to so desperately keep secret was identity as Master Mask, an ace detective, or a blackmailer? I mean, he didn't seem freaked out about it. To either a blackmailer? Wait. Maybe. Luke Atmey was a blackmailer.
Objection.
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullet was the one blackmailing Luke Atmey. Are you saying that Atmey was blackmailing someone else on top of that? You have to admit that does sound a little odd. It's not odd, it's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullet was blackmailing Luke Atmey. But Ron DeLay was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Enamon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron DeLay was actually Master Mask. That is what we were claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. DeLay steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmey. There we go, now we're getting somewhere. Silence! Silencio! Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you? You say that I, Luke Atmey, was blackmailing Ron DeLite, in which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask. Well, yes. Ron DeLite started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means, I learned of his identity when he committed the first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atmey know that Ron DeLite was Master Mask? Wait. Oh wait, I remember now. In the newspaper... I keep saying newspaper! In the newspaper clipping, Ron DeLite said he put it in the trash, and then he found it and took it. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief, trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron DeLite in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct, with tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atmey. That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Mask was really Ron DeLite. What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it, he was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Cancel him. Why I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also a master mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you? How dare you even dare apply to someone as so does want to try to do someone as big as possible? You're fools, I say. Not even gonna compare to my genius, you're just jealous. So go, just tell me. There's nothing that's to get out of blackmail, murder, I'm gonna wield. It's enough to make one laugh. After talking for so long, I can't do voices now. Funny. It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance. Bailiff, please prepare yourself for Mr. Atme. Coffee. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright. What do you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he was an unruly Taylor the night of the murder. That's right, that's why he was only killed But... There's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way! Godot. Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Bullett's office on that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough, Mr. Wright. I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security and the defense. I really don't have any evidence for that. Because if we check the records, they'll say it was Ron who did it. Or the CEO, but not him. The cameras didn't find anything. So let me see what happens if I choose I can't. I can't prove it. Just as I thought. Game over. But if we hear more of Detective Atme's testimony... Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony, that's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atme is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial. And face his guilty verdict as Master Mask. No. Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is... Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and... But then it'll be too late. Huh? Why? Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double jeopardy? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. So if he's found innocent here, we can't try him again for murder for the same case. Mr. Atme will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Mask the Mask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullitt is concerned. No way. The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullitt's murderer. Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke at me, will go free. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there's no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Oh no. Could this really be it? Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke at me. Wait. I think I see it. Is that Mia's voice? Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice! No way! It's Mia! Ah! Freaking love seeing her every time. Mia! This is the true power of the curating channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine... Not yet, the testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but... Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Her posture seems different. It's like more straight up. It's because Mia's she's an experienced attorney, so she's like more confident in her standing. Like she knows these things. She can deal with this. Basically, if Mia just possessed Maya the whole time, she'd still be rocking in court. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron the Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that alright with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Oh, nothing. Wait, does Godot know what happened? Oh, so Lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods would do anything to me, Luke, let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks, so then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you... Very well then, look at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So please, give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Once again, Mia comes in to save the day. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Loreley Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron the... Hold on. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Savari. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. Wow, that was a lot of testimony. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. My smartness told me it was Ron. My slothness told me... The witnesses of early remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, so lawyer. Grr. Grr. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We cannot postpone Luke's Atme's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec, just one chance? It seems that the party's about to begin. Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point at a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17, the last cup. One chance, one shot, one cup. One shot, one... I said one shot, didn't I? One shot. One shot, one cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find a contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Do I really get one chance? Or is it like, I lose a lot of life and then get another chance? Let's see if I really do get a last chance or what. Indeed, it is true that I am not... Yeah. What happens if I only have one chance? Let me check it out. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Wright? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this gun was in Kane Bullett's office that night. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup! Mr. Wright, I will now hold you to your end of the bar. Oh my goodness! Everything blew up though! Oh my goodness! You really do get one last chance! So I gotta press the right one! Oh my goodness, that's crazy! Good thing I freaking saved! Dang! Okay, so we gotta find the right one. Indeed, it is true that I was not a Lily Taylor. Okay, that seems fine though. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. Okay, I don't see anything odd about that. I hadn't known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. Okay, so that's telling the truth. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once, yes. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of my jewel. Huh. That's about no prints. No prints. Safari, therefore, the poor boy. Huh. This is gonna be a tough one here. No. No. The only thing that's bothering me are these two here. Mr. Delay was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no print. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. I'm gonna try maybe this way. He was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. No prints. I mean, that could be right, though. No fingerprints, that is right, but the thing is, he was knocked out, so I'm gonna try this one because he was knocked out, which is why I couldn't leave any prints. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, Wright? Oh, wait. I'm afraid I thought I got it wrong, but no. Oh, wait, I'm afraid. Okay, we didn't get it wrong. We got it right this time. We got it right. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Oh yeah, because gloves! Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delay was wearing his Master Mask outfit. It's like he wouldn't have known if he wasn't there. Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. Woo! I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delay was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? It was just a few hours ago. Pixel was a fool. So? Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Yeah, the thing is, Luke at me wasn't there when Ron said he was wearing the costume, so how the heck would he know that Ron was wearing the costume? He wouldn't have known any other way except if he was there right in front of him. See ya, Pixel Dog, thanks for coming. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should have known this are those who have been watching this trial. And the live stream. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. Hey! You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask, so then enlighten us. How did you know about this piece of info? Well... Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There was only one and only one way for Detective Atme to find that out. Only one way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Who could it be?
Oh my gosh, it was Luke!
Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullet and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Uh-oh. Earthquake! Who's that Pokemon? It's Luke! Oh my, he's rising. He's rising. Take a good look, everyone. I'm able to find a rival worthy of my genius. I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. Oh, that really gets to the chest. That really gets to the chest. Woo! What an awfully complicated incident. The tragic circus. Kane Bullet was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me, I came furiously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. This is like the third time he said that. Besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know. You never committed any murder. That's right. I'm so glad you understand that, but... I really am Master Mask! Huh? So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. Oh my goodness! He's getting cleared from Master Mask because he was found innocent of that yesterday. So now he can't be tried again for that since he's already been called innocent. And he's gonna be innocent for murder. This thief is getting away scot-free. We just got a thief free. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was found innocent once. Then, Master Mask is really innocent? It would seem so. For now. For now. We just got a thief innocent. Either way, not guilty! Yeah! To eat the confetti, everybody, eat it! Goodness. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. We've been jebaited. We've been heckin' jebaited. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. That's the thing with me, though. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Curain channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. And she just pops. Mia? Ah, Mr. Wright. You should call this Maya for Mia. Well, her name is Mia. Maya. Maya. I don't know what to say. Congrats, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this has happened. Come on, just be happy already. Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security info from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why he became Master Mask. Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine and Nick can prove it. I can't. I just kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delay, even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way it can be put back together again. Is that an analogy for the urn? The sacred urn. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. A broken urn can be put back together, but a broken sloth is forever broken even more. Mr. Light, you did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Heck yeah! Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. but didn't you say that you hated criminals? Hmm? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky, like that detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed the crime, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi? Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. They're gonna form the Phantom Thieves now. Desiree and her bike. Ron as Master Mask. They're gonna steal together. We just let criminals get away scot-free. Man, I'm the best lawyer in the world. What a strange and nice relationship, I know. This is a very strange case. I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick, Mr. Mike, congratulations! Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife in front of Miss Maya. No, you better walk. I'll never forgive you. Never, ever. Oh my goodness, she slapped me. Wait, did he get knocked out? Pearl just slapped him like Terminal Montage just slaps in the videos. The whole big hand. Psh, that whole big hand right there. So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But she's sure to slap him. Pearl said, Nick, pick me up. Okay. But no, Pearl just grew her. She just extended her leg. She's like, Nick? And then she just grew. She went broop, 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 broop. And then she shrunk back down to size when she was done. She gets tall when she's angry. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. Aw, that's a sweet picture though. Well, Phoenix Wright is dead. Until the next episode, everybody. Episode 2 is over. Woo! Why is Maya in a waitress outfit? Wait a minute. Is that Phoenix Wright? Is that Phoenix right there? What's going on? Alright, let's save anyway. And we are done with tonight's stream. Thank you all for coming tonight. I didn't think we would go for this long, but we did. So let's see. Tomorrow. What would you like me to stream tomorrow? Link's Awakening or more Phoenix Wright? What would you like to see tomorrow? I got these 2 games. I'm almost done with Link's Awakening, or I can continue with this, but I'll let you all choose right now if you like. Which game would you like to see me stream tomorrow? Just one of those 2 games. More Phoenix Wright or Link's Awakening? Whichever you want me to play. I'll give about a minute while I sip some blue can. Ah! It's such a weird taste still. Alright. I'll think about it though. Ace Attorney X, the next trial is amazing. Ace Attorney, okay. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, more Phoenix Wright coming your way. Until the next stream, everybody. Have a good day or good night wherever the heck you are. Adios, everybody.